OVP Officer Gina Acosta stonewalls Senator judges at Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment trial, prompting Senator Raffy Tulfo to tell Acosta she is stupid. Witness Acosta admits there were no official receipts for the OVP's 2022 confidential expenses on food, medicines, and supplies. Fuel prices rise again starting Tuesday, August 25 as crude oil markets remain volatile. The DepEd postpones the nationwide active shooter drill originally set for Tuesday, August 25, citing advice from experts. And Filipina tennis star Eala climbs to world number 18 in WTA rankings, her highest so far. Senator judges interrogate former OVP Special Disbursing Officer Gina Acosta as the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte continues Monday, August 24. She answers question after question by saying she merely handed over the OVP's confidential funds in 2022 to Chief Security Officer Raymond Lachica, who then implemented the programs the money was supposedly intended for.
You gave 125 million pesos to Colonel Lachica, tama po ba?
Tama, Your Honor. Kay siya po ang among security officer nga gitalaga ni Vice President Sara Duterte para mag-implement anang mga confidential activities, Your Honor.
Alright.
Kay siya man ang naay access, Your Honor.
Acosta admits she relied on documents and assurances from Lachica and that she herself had no personal knowledge of the transactions. As the Special Disbursing Officer at the time, Acosta was supposed to be accountable for the money. The prosecution bears even more unusual names of supposed informants paid with confidential funds, but Acosta refuses to admit irregularity. This leaves some of the senator judges exasperated.
How would you consider yourself? Smart, average, or stupid?
Nasa average lang po ako
Average.
nga pagkatao, Your Honor.
Kasi sa isang normal na tao, kapag siya'y binigyan bilang isang SDO tulad sa inyo ng listahang pangalan ng mga informants na bilat, pagong at pusa, papalag ka. Ano ba to, Colonel? Mukhang hindi ata tama to, bastusan na to. Di po ba? Para sa normal na tao.
Acosta then reiterates that she simply relied on Lachica.
So for me, in this case, you're stupid in the name of blind loyalty.
Meanwhile, the Senate, as the impeachment court, receives a medical certificate stating that former DepEd Special Disbursing Officer Edward Fajarda has suffered a stroke and cannot yet testify in the trial. Impeachment Court Presiding Officer Cheese Escudero then orders the Senate Medical Bureau to examine Fajarda and validate the findings. Former OVP Special Disbursing Officer Gina Acosta admits confidential expenses supposedly for food, medicines, and supplies in 2022 did not have official receipts. This involves 125 million pesos in confidential funds handled that year by the Office of the Vice President under Sara Duterte. Acosta says then OVP Security Head Colonel Raymond Lachica only gave her acknowledgement receipts. She says Lachica was the one who made payments using the funds.
Ano po yung napaka-confidential kung saan binili? Biogesic, paracetamol.
As I verify po ng mga acknowledgement receipt na binigay sa akin ni SO Officer Colonel Lachica, naitanong ko po siya kasi may napansin po ako na ang iba walang date, walang name, may perma. Ang sagot naman sa akin ni SO Officer, Ma'am Gina, kung ano man ang binigay ko sa'yo na mga dokumento, yun na yun. Kasi ang mga transaction or ang operation door is very sensitive information. Sensitive information po, Ma'am Gina. At saka confidential po ito.
Proceedings on Monday, August 24, showed more acknowledgement receipts bearing unusual names such as Antonio Pagong, Shane Ngit-Ngit, and Timon Andrew Pusa. Acosta tells the impeachment court she did not witness the actual payments and she trusted Lachica, whose job it was to carry them out. In its direct examination of Acosta, the prosecution aimed to establish that the OVP violated rules when she, as the disbursing officer, delegated the actual dispensation of the funds to someone else. Fuel prices rise again starting Tuesday, August 25, extending another run of pump price increases as fuel markets remain volatile. The Department of Energy announces the following fuel price adjustments for the week of August 25 to 31. an increase of 1 peso and 8 centavos per liter of gasoline, 2 pesos and 31 centavos per liter of diesel, and 95 centavos per liter of kerosene. This is on top of last week's increases, which undid rollbacks from the previous week. Crude oil prices increase amid dimming chances of an agreement between the US and Iran, which both still assert control over the Strait of Hormuz. The Department of Education postpones the nationwide active shooter drill originally set for Tuesday, August 25 in both public and private schools. This after medical advocacy groups warned about the activity's possible psychological impact on students. Last week, at least 2 students were killed in a shooting incident at the Ateneo de Zamboanga University's junior high school campus. Education Secretary Sonny Angara announced the drill suspension in an interview with DZMM Radio. He says the DepEd will take into account advice from experts in disaster preparedness, child protection, and psychosocial support. The agency is looking at the first week of September to push through with the exercise. Filipina tennis star Alex Eala returns to the US Open with a new career-high ranking as she rose to world number 18 in the latest WTA chart. This surpasses her previous career best number 20, which she attained earlier this month after winning her first WTA Tour title at the Washington Open. Eala also made strong runs at the Canadian Open, where she made it to the round of 16, and at the Cincinnati Open, where she reached the round of 32. She heads into a busy US Open campaign to further build on what is already a breakthrough season for the 21-year-old. And that's today's wrap. I'm JC Gutinga. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. For more updates, download the Rappler app.